today's episode, guys, I'm going to be sharing with you a humunga, a dunga, and also a wunga. So put them all together, and that is humunga, dunga, wunga of a propagated cutting. That's right, it is a cutting that is so absolutely huge and so absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys ideas of how we can grow it. Hey there everyone, it's Maria Young here and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are brand new to this channel, welcome and thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode of my tropical plant adventures. So here recently, guys, I had the grand opportunity of meeting up with a wonderful lady by the name of Barbara who has a beautiful garden. I want to give a shout out to Maya, who is my girl and also a plant tuber as well, who actually put me in contact with Barbara. And she was actually selling and also trading plants, so you know I was wheeling and a dealing and a plant stealing. Not literally, guys, but I was getting a steal of a deal while I was there. Well, she also had plants that she was cutting back, so she was willing to give some plants away as well. And you guys know I don't turn nothing down but my collar when it comes to plants. So indeed, if you are willing, I am more than able to receive, okay? Free says yes, and I say, oh yeah, you dig? So she had a particular plant that was growing on her wall. It was growing crazy. It was taking over, okay? And she wanted to cut it way back. So she did, and she gave me a plant gift that was so spectacular and so huge, and I am so thankful. So let's go ahead and take a look at it now, shall we? Bam, 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 and boom. Are you guys ready to see this? I mean, are you ready? Bam-o! Here is the monster of a cutting right here. Do you see it? Do you see me? Because I am getting lost in this jungle of a plant cutting right here. This is so huge and so tremendous, and even as a plant by itself it would be huge. So to know that this is a cutting, guys, a cutting, believe it or not, look at that, is absolutely mind-boggling. And can you guys recognize those very huge split leaves right there? This is currently known as the Philodendron Bipinnatifidum or Bipinnatifidum, however you guys want to pronounce that. And it is formerly known as the Philodendron Selloum. So this is one that is very popular and easy to grow within your household or even in your landscapes and garden. And I'm at an awe of how large this is right here. So now you know why I am going to talk about ideas for how we can actually grow this. I mean, there are many ways, but it's going to take a little bit of work, but I believe that the reward is going to be greater than the struggle. So let me go ahead and share with you some ideas that I have. But before we go ahead and take a look at the ideas and some of the ways that I do want to grow this plant cutting, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the cutting so that we have a better understanding of the possibilities of what we can and perhaps cannot do because of the exact size of this plant. So one of the things that I love the most, again, is because this plant cutting is so large, and this one in particular stands at almost, I would say, about 3 feet tall. And this is coming from a very mature plant, and again, it is a large cutting. So what that means is, because it's a large cutting, that means it has a whole lot of energy, and because it is coming from a very mature plant that is already producing these very huge leaves, that means that this can actually continue to produce those very large and mature leaves, and we won't really have to worry about this reverting back to juvenile size. So that is great for us, because that means there is actually a lot that we can do with this regardless to its size. And to give you some idea of exactly how wide the trunk or the stem of this cutting is, it is about 3 fingers wide. Look at that. So the stalk of this is very thick. Again, a whole lot of energy retained in this cutting. And take a look at this, guys. My hand can't even completely wrap around this entire stem right here. That is just how thick it is. And taking a look at those aerial roots, you can definitely see that it has them, and lots of them, throughout the entire stem. Now what this plant cutting also has is a lot of buds and also flowers that are starting to produce on this. And we want to go ahead and remove these right away because it really serves no purpose in growing this cutting up, for the simple fact that to produce flowers actually takes a whole lot of energy from the plant. So what we want is to conserve all of its energy so that we can produce more beautiful leaves and also roots, and also to promote recovery on this plant cutting so that it can get to growing back to normal as soon as possible. And with that being said, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the things that we can do with this cutting. And of course, feel free to chime in because I definitely need you guys' help on this one. So what we can do, because the stem is so long, we can actually make some larger cuttings on here as well. And it'll still be large enough and store enough energy within those cuttings that it can still promote those larger leaves. And I believe we can take at least 3 healthy cuttings, or make 2 more cuts and have 3 separate cuttings. And I believe we can put it in a pot just like I do with my staking and caging up method, and we can have an even fuller, crazy, insanely growing plant. What do you guys think of that? I mean, I like that idea, guys, but at the same token, I mean, this plant is already huge, just 1 vine. Imagine 3 vines in 1 pot. I don't know. That can be quite a monster, and I'd be afraid that it would one day eat me up.
Feed me, Seymour.
And another idea that I had is to actually mount it onto the tree, which I do have some blank spaces on the tree. I think it'd look really, really nice, and it would be wonderful to cascade, but you do know that the leaves do sprawl out, so you have to keep in mind that there's going to be certain areas that may be hard to walk along this walkway. So that's always something we have to consider with the size, but it would look so wonderful crawling up this tree, I believe. What do you think? We also have some branches on this side, which I would absolutely love because this is really my focal point area. But the thing is, it's going to be so hard to try to get in there because I got so much stuff in there. I'd have to get a ladder and everything to try to mount that up there. So yeah, I don't know about that either. That could be quite a mission. But I do think it would look so gorgeous within this area right here. And another idea that I had within this section right here with all of my birds of paradise is to take the entire cutting and slide it in between the birds of paradise and let it just grow naturally on the birds of paradise and within this area. I think it'll beautify and enhance the birds of paradise and also enhance the beauty of this section right here. And I do have a lot of growth structures and arbors within my garden as well. So I was actually literally thinking of attaching it onto one of my arbors and just letting it grow. Now I know because it sprawls out and it has such a long extension of those leaves that it might get in the way in this section right here. But I don't know, I think it'd make such a beautiful display. I can't tell you guys how badly I want a larger space, because you guys know, as I speak about all the time, I love humunga dunga wunga plants, and I really want plants like these, plants that really make a statement and really stand out, looking so tropically delicious, just littered throughout my garden. But I gotta expand something because, man, guys, I am totally running out of room like you would not even believe. But if there is a will, there definitely is a way. So you guys, I need help on this one. You guys, make sure to give me your ideas on what you think I should do with this. Come on, guys. Help me out. And there you have it, folks. Those are some of my ideas on growing this humongo dungo wunga of a cutting. But of course, you guys know I don't know everything. As a matter of fact, you guys do. I am relying and depending on you guys for more ideas. So if you guys have them, make sure you post those comments below. I sure would appreciate them. I'm still at a loss of what to do. I don't know what to do with you. I can't. Can I put you right there? I think you're as big as I am. It's actually known right now as the Philodendron Bipinnatifidum. Bipinnatifidum datum dudum. Okay, here we go again. This is one that is so hard to pronounce. It's a Bipinnatifidum. It's a Bipinnatifidum. Oh my gosh, I totally screwed that up. I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope you guys did learn something new. And if you did, please make sure to like, share, and also subscribe. It really does help out my channel. And of course, you guys already know I do truly love and appreciate each and every one of you guys all. I would call you delicioso, but you guys are not. You guys are fabuloso. And I will see you guys later, and I'll also grow with you guys later as well on my next adventures. Bye bye. See you guys later. Peace.